Ward, and I am your host, Keandra Ward. I'm excited about this particular episode because it is entitled, What About Your Friends? We talk about friendships a lot. People say, I've been friends with this person since the fourth grade. I've been friends with this person since high school or college. But what we don't talk about is the quality of those friendships. What we don't talk about are the good times and the bad times in friendship. What we don't talk about is how you've matured as a friend and as a person. So today I have several of my friends on the show with me today to discuss our friendship, how we've grown together, how we've grown apart, whatever that friendship looks like. We're going to be real honest and relevant. Told them earlier, I don't know where I got that from, but I liked it. We're going to be real honest and relevant, and we're going to talk about friendship. Now, as I told you guys, this season of It's Time is different. Every segment or every section of segments, and let her tell you who she is, what she does, because she do it way better than me, y'all. I can't even introduce her right. She got to introduce her own self. Hey girl.
Hey girl. I love it. She said, LaShawn Spivey speaking. Let me tell y'all who I
love saying your name. Remember I said it yesterday too.
I love it. So hello, I am LaShawn Spivey Angelated, the one and only dream cultivator. My special gift is to tap into people their innate gifts and talents and show you how to live them out, darling. I show you how not only to put your best foot forward to make sure that your dreams are in the front and that you are magnifying life by living it in real time. So you're right. I do talk a lot. I could get this. So another thing that I'm really excited about doing when it comes down to cultivating your dream, I believe that in order for us to pass the torch properly, we have to instill living out your dream to your fullest with our children. But how can you do that with your children if you haven't allowed your inner child to be free and to live out as well? So I do women's retreats, I do parent boot camps, I do speaking events and engagement. Everything is about tapping in and making sure that the whole family is living out life in the fullest way.
I love it. So we're going to talk a little bit about our friendship and how we got started. So let me tell y'all, I'm going to give y'all the story. I'm going to give y'all the scoop. So I was contracted to come and speak at a women's retreat, and it was in California. It was up on the mountain, like all the way, you know, when the road is like this and the road is like this. And ain't no railings on the side, so if you go over, that's it. Like whoever you're with, you gotta trust to drive, and I ain't know none of these people. Okay, let's go there. And then so we get to the top, and it's this beautiful cabinet, this beautiful oasis, and I walk in, and the first face I see is LaShawn. LaShawn's like, "Hey, girl," and I'm like, first of all, my nerves is shot going up this hill. I don't know none of y'all. Like, I gotta speak. I gotta get my life together. And I was just like, "Hey," and she was like, "Give me a hug. Hey, you put your bags over here." And I was like, I'm still trying to get my life. And from there, I mean, the conversation just started, and it has never ended. And I'm so thankful for you. I'm thankful for just the value that you've brought to my life. How long has it been? When was that?
You know, it's so crazy. Like, let me see. It had to be like 7 years, something like that. It's been a minute now.
Right.
That retreat. So, okay, wait, because I got married in 2017.
Because it was either right.
It was right before that. So I think it was 2016.
Right. Dang, that's crazy.
I know.
Today, I'm excited for you to be. Throughout this segment, throughout this show, actually, we'll talk about our friendship in between. But I'm glad that to have you here, and I want you to talk to my friends. I want you to ask those questions. I know you're gonna come with some fire questions. I know you're gonna ask the right questions, the relevant questions, the ones I probably wouldn't even say or think of. So that's why you're here, and I'm really excited to have you. So we're gonna talk about my first friend. We're gonna bring up my girl Andresia. Now listen, so we went to high school together, but we did not know. I gotta verify. I think she's a year younger than me, but we didn't really know each other. She knew who I was, and I knew her face, or she knew my face. You know, it wasn't like she knew who I was. And so we actually worked at a job together, and it was an at-home job, and we were sitting down. We had to come into the office, right? And so we came into the office to fix a computer, and she was sitting next to me, and I'm like, dang, that girl look familiar. You know, I think I went to high school with her. She was like, you went to Brandon? I was like, yeah. And that's been pretty much ever since that moment we started talking, and we have been cool ever since. And I'm thankful. I'm going to bring her up. Let me make sure we can hear her. Hey.
Hey, boo. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
And she gave y'all the wrong version of the story. She knew why.
Come on, friend. This is what it's all about. I'm trying to get to the meat.
Let's keep that one 100. You would see me in the hall, and you were 2 years older than me, and you would just keep going.
That was it. I knew your face, girl. Right?
That didn't count.
I said I knew her face. I knew of her.
She's like, you weren't even speaking to me.
Hey, it is what it is, right?
It was 2 years. Okay, yeah. I don't think I realized that.
So you was a freshman. How'd that go? You was a freshman and she was a junior. So she was. That's what it was.
So she graduated in 97. I graduated in 99. We were all in cosmetology together. It was her and those girls, and they would come in and just keep going. They wouldn't speak. Yeah, so when
freshmen in the juniors, it was the freshmen and the juniors. I get it.
I used to speak to Tiffany, maybe because I knew her. But anywho, yeah. So okay, I ain't speak to people. No. So let me tell y'all. You know when I'm gone on an adventure somewhere at somebody's island or somebody, this is who drags me. This is the friend that was like, listen, I see who you are, I know who you are, and I see the value in you, but you ain't doing you at all. You're not living at all. You doing stuff, and you're doing great things, but you are not living. And I remember us having that. Do you remember us having that first conversation about that? Yeah. Wow. So let's talk about that a little bit.
You were working. You were a workaholic. So all you wanted to do was work. And I couldn't get you to break free from work. You would come to an event. You'll sit in your corner. You'll look out the corner of your eye. You might speak. You might not. Let's put that out there. And I was like, you gotta be free. You didn't want to come to any of the retreats that were overnight. I couldn't get you to commit to any. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm going to force you to do it in order for you to have fun. And ever since then, all I have to say is let's, and you finish it, go. And you're there. You're there.
I'm going to let you have it, LaShawn. What you got?
Okay. So hey girl.
Okay, I need an intro like yours because I feel like I need to learn how to talk it and make it come out just like you did because I felt like I need to be a dream cultivator because I'm not living.
Absolutely. Let's get it. Well, you speak in my kind of language and you say let's and go.
Yes, I'm rest to go.
The only thing other than let's and go that I make sure that I don't be hit. I'm about to tease your girl because it's one word she used that I'll be ducking. If somebody hit me with a let's go, I'm there. But as soon as she stopped to say let's take a I ain't taking no nap. I'm the one outside. I'm gonna be outside playing while you take your nap. You need a casita. I'm gonna need not to have casita. I'm gonna need to get up and go. But yes, I'm with the go. Okay, so hey, I'm so excited to meet you and all the amazing friends. Okay, I'm loving this. So listen, girl, I want to get back to this piece of tea where you was a freshman and she was your junior, because you know sometimes. Yeah. Let me bust my fan because I knew you was coming with yours. Yeah. So while we fanning to keep cool on the first set of questions, let's go ahead and get into this real quick.
Okay.
From the position of being a freshman, and you see this chick feeling her junior self. Don't talk to freshmen. What was it when it crossed over and y'all became friends? What was it that made you okay with that, even though you had experienced what it was like to not be her friend from the outside?
I don't even know that it was okay. I can't tell you that. I can tell you when we saw each other again at the call center, it was like, I know you don't know me, but I know you know of me. Like she said, I saw your face. And that's what kind of sparked it for us. Then we went through a similar situation from her mom and something that I was going through medically. And at that point, when we connected, it was go from there. So I never even looked back on the factor that in high school, we didn't have a connection. We didn't talk about it. We didn't know each other. And the more we started communicating and realizing we knew a lot of people. Like my roommate in college is her best friend. And I'm like, wait, hold on.
Wow.
What? Had no idea, but it was just like we picked up like it was nothing. So it wasn't a conversation where we had to go back and me get her straight and say, you knew me, but you just didn't speak to me.
Exactly. So it wasn't even that. It was, see, the good part about that, this is what I gleaned from that, is that because a lot of times when you experience somebody from the sideline, you have already made an opinion about who they are. And so that means that even from the sideline of just seeing her in passing, it was nothing either way, up or down, that made you make a judgment call or a decision about her. That's pretty interesting. All right, I'm with that. All right, Sonia. You wasn't showing out. Good job. So now y'all find out you have all these things in common. Y'all working together. Working wise, how was that for work? How was it to work with her at that? We're talking about a young age now, right? Because you guys were just starting out. I'm assuming at some mark. You sound like you were pretty young.
No, about 7 years ago, because it was before I got sick.
Oh, okay. So this was well into adulthood. It wasn't right after high school,
right?
Okay. So, oh wow. So you had that was a nice little chunk of memory. Y'all like, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And hence the reason why you didn't know about the best friend, roommate, because all that time had passed.
That's from the past. Yeah. So this is adult friendships. This wasn't that we knew each other in high school. We went it wasn't any of that. This is a friendship, as people would say, that you make friends as adults. Right. That you have to be open to making friends as adults. So that's how we became friends.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so what have you learned about her when it come down to the kind of man she like? Let me just go ahead and
wait a minute. I didn't know it was these type of questions.
I'm just saying, she said I can ask what I want since you're the first one out the gate. Give me one piece of tea, because I might run a couple folks with questions in the business. Just what have you noticed about in the friendship, in your adult friendship with your friend? What have you learned that she like about a man? Adventure. Yeah,
they have to be adventurous and definitely have to not be intimidated by her. So if they're intimidated easily, it's not going to work.
That's some good stuff.
I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. I'll tell y'all one thing. Can't nobody say nothing or do nothing to my Adricia. Like, I'm going to go for that one. Okay? Let me
I know that's right.
Go for that one if you want to. Okay, I got that.
I love it. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna save some, because y'all gonna get into a group, and I really want to see if I can get it spicy with y'all. So I won't do too much stirring right now. We're gonna let the tea simmer just a little bit.
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for taking the time just to share a little bit. We're gonna try to bring you back up later if you can stay tuned.
All right.
Woo! Girl, okay, so you just went right on in. That's what we're doing.
Well, I'm just saying. You said be me. You already know,
and that's what I want you to do. So we're gonna bring up.
I was about to say, you know what friend this is. You already know.
That's why I had you where you at. We're gonna bring up my very first friend, like for real. You know, I'm gonna bring up my very first friend. We have been friends since the 4th grade. She ain't my friend. This is my sister. She is my writer. If there is one person on this panel that literally knows everything about me, like everything, because she has been there the whole time, it would be Shantae. Shantae Gabriel. Like she's my sister. She's the friend that, well, I'll do it for any of them, but she's that one, like you call me, if she called me right now, after we get off here, I'll be on the plane to Cleveland, Ohio. Understand? Okay? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I'll be trying to figure out who, what, when, where, and why. And if we got to catch some charges, the charges will be caught. Okay? This is
okay. I know what that is. Hi, Shantae. How you doing?
Hello. How are you?
Honey, I'm blessed by the best. Waiting on it. All good. Yes. So y'all have known each other forever, ever, huh?
Forever.
Hell. Can I ask what's the oldest memory? What hits your mind, as the oldest thing? Like, oh, I remember at one time. Well, I remember the first time. What's that memory that first sparks your mind?
Okay, it's somebody that we're still both very good friends with.
I already know.
However, she already know. He used to like her. We were in elementary school, and he was picking with her. And she's so tiny. We were so different. I'm light skinned. She dark skinned. She little. I'm big. We it's just whatever. But don't pick with my girl.
Okay.
So he was messing with her, and I swept his feet from under him because he wouldn't leave her alone, and knocked him down on the playground and got sent to the office because of her.
He got a broom sweeping.
He got it. That's my boy to this day.
We love
Does he remember you the one that'll sweep him off his feet, eh?
I still have a 6th grade book around here that said, "To the girl who kicked my A."
About her best friend.
Right. No, he was a sweetheart. We love him. But yes, that's one of the first things, one of the oldest memories that I have. Besides us riding to the pool every day and swimming in somebody's pool and being everywhere. But that's one of the first ones, like, okay, ain't nobody gonna mess with my friend, my girl.
I know that's right. I love it.
It was sad though, LaShawn, because he actually had the biggest crush on me. He would bring me flowers every day, and he didn't know how to relay that, so he kept picking with me.
Yeah.
Elementary. That's how they are.
Elementary. What I go do is mess with my friend. I was like, oh.
So Keandra, how did you finish the next week or two trying to tell him you sorry, or was he scared of you after that?
He wasn't scared. He didn't go away. Look, he didn't go nowhere.
His nose was open. He was right back. Hi.
he would pick flowers on his walk from school and put them on my desk.
That's so sweet.
My boo to this day. He is my boo to this day. Yes,
he is a sweetheart.
I love it. Listen, those type of memories make a difference. That's beautiful. Yeah. So now listen. So y'all go way back down to the first boy and then got his butt kicked about you. That's some serious stuff. I didn't even I'm gonna call my daddy. That's just say something that's running up on you right now. Right now. See you at recess. Let's see how this goes. That's gonna be tickling me all night. So let me ask you this: to have a friend that you have had for so long, how has that transition been to go from elementary, middle school, high school, as you guys are transitioning and growing? How has that felt to have somebody got your back the whole way? Because not everybody experiences friendship into adulthood like this.
Right. And it's awesome. Like, she moved away to Florida, like 9th grade. Like, we went from 4th to middle school. But I can call her to this day and we don't skip a beat. Hey girl, some. Oh, hey, we it's like we live in the same city. We might not talk for months, but it's that friend that, okay, I can call you, talk to you about this. You might put me in my place. Hey, I'm in my feelings about this. I put her in her place, or give a different perspective. We have just evolved that way. It hasn't even been like a work. We didn't have to work at it. Is what I'm saying. Like, it's just, we have just clicked from that day on. Don't say we ain't fell out. We've fallen out and gotten back, or I ain't like that advice. I ain't talking to you for a minute. But it always comes back full circle. Like, hey, you need me, I need you. Mom needs some help. Your dad needs some help. Like, what's going on, Kaya? Okay, let me know what's going on. You coming to Cleveland? I got you. Whatever it is. It's always, and it's reciprocated back and forth. So it just has never left. I couldn't get rid of her if I wanted to.
I know that's right. I know that's right. That's a way. That's a mic drop right there. I know, like you said, it's an evolution. A lot of people don't understand that sometimes the work that comes with friendship, if it's not evolving, it's working against you.
Right.
So that's something to really, really admire, to me, as a person who values friendship, especially friendships that have been long standing, for it to evolve and it transcend through time effortlessly. Would you say that's almost like kismet, right? A lot of times we hear about the love of your life and we always assume that it's in a romantic love relationship, but nobody really looks at, there are friendships that are like that. Like, that is the love of my life. Like, they are there. I don't have to think about it. We grow together. We push forward together. And that's what that friendship sounds like to me. Not no comparison to no other friendships. Look here, because I know it's all the homegirls. Like, for real, who does California? Listen. It doesn't devalue one or the other.
No.
But it is a beautiful thing when it comes natural and it evolves. That was your word, evolution. I love that. Tell me about something. She said, you saw me shift my weight, right? You saw that? Tell me about a funny time that was so close to embarrassing, y'all still bust out laughing now if the conversation come up.
Oh Lord!
Like which?
Well,
one?
I would say this is probably more on me. This is more on me than her. Okay, so this is what my best friend did. We went on an 8th grade trip. I could not find a restroom fast enough, and she convinced everybody to go on a water ride so we could just rinse it up. Everybody so it's a little embarrassing for me, but that was back in 8th grade. But she got the friends together and basically was like, oh, we just need to go on this water ride real quick. Everybody suddenly went like, okay, now we can go change and figure out everything.
I was about to let the laugh out. That laugh was about to choke me to death. That laugh. Wait a minute.
True story.
Oh, baby. 8th grade. You had a tickle accident.
Girl, I did.
She said all for one and one for all. My home.
Right. We about to go on this water ride. Everybody about to get wet.
Let's everybody get wet. Let's say a word. Ain't nobody saying nothing because you wet, I'm wet. Oh, I love it. How ingenious was that?
I got you.
Hey, that was ingenious though. Keandra, that was brilliant.
Hey.
I'm about to laugh at my homegirl with a little bit of whoop-de-whoop, little tinkle. We all drying at the same time. Same time.
We about to fix it all. It's okay.
Oh, I love it. Keandra, what was the example that hit you?
Okay, so the example that hit me was I think this is out of high school. She was here visiting and we went to the club and they started shooting. Remember?
Yes.
We were running and hitting the floor trying to get, we like, they shooting, we running, trying to get to the car, everybody falling, I'm grabbing her, she grabbing me, and I'm laughing because the way we was we was like Miami Vice, we had stopped running, we crawling, trying to get to it was a hot mess.
Listen, but both of y'all here with no holes in you, Father God. Look, thank you.
We made it.
That Cleveland kicked in, and she was a track runner, and I was a basketball player, but I was right behind her little bitty self.
Oh yeah,
out. We was gone.
Oh yeah,
it was so funny.
Oh yes.
Oh my God. So I appreciate you. I love you dearly. You absolutely know that, and it's only up from here. This is just the beginning. I want to tell all my friends like this is literally just the beginning for us.
Yeah.
So we'll bring you back a little later on the show. All right.
All right, boo.
Thank you for all the tea. That's some good tea. Boom, bam, bam. Bust off their feet and duck for a bullet.
Oh my God, girl! Listen.
You had some adventures, darling.
I did. I've had some adventures with all my friends, like Chabu. Well, this next one, baby, this is my adventure central. Like,
I'm gonna need the real fan messing with y'all.
You gonna need a real fan for this one. It's funny because you you have to move. When I moved from Cleveland to Florida, it was a hard move for me because I was, I had my friends, and I want to say we met in church. I believe it was church, and our parents kind of connected. And they wanted us to be friends, but we didn't like each other. It was like, I don't want to be that girlfriend. I don't want to be her friend either. She don't want to be my friend. I don't want to be her friend. I'm like, go over there. You don't know nobody. I don't need to know nobody. I don't want to be her friend. She don't want to be around her. I don't want her around me. But at the end of the day, we just connected, and we've been through HE double hockey sticks and back. But there is nothing that I won't do for her. And she, just like every level of friendship, this is my sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we act like sisters, okay? Like, you probably think we was related for real, okay? Because the way we be at, our sisters be fussing. You know how they do.
I know. I got two of them.
So I'm gonna bring up my girl, Tori Williams. What's up, T?
Hey.
Hi, Tori. How you doing?
I'm good. It's so nice to meet you.
It's so wonderful to meet you as well.
Oh, thank y'all for having me.
Yes, listen, we nothing but the best. This is all her road dogs. I'm excited to be amongst the tree of greatness. I'm like, ooh, wee. So listen, y'all gonna work my braces. My mouth gonna be hurting because all this smiling and laughing. This is a good time, okay?
Yes, because I was like, let me make sure I'm right because y'all got me over here crying.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so look, Tori, Lady T, listen. She said y'all like sisters and y'all will get it in. So, okay, first of all, let me ask you this. How long have y'all known each other? You said, is it more towards adulthood or when y'all meet? She said church.
We
So
were like
tell me.
12.
Oh, no, you said you was young. Y'all was kids. I'm sorry. Because your parents was
we were like 12, 13 years old.
Okay, now, so I get you with the whole, when it's hard when your parents is telling you to be friends with somebody, you be like, are you kidding me? That's like your parents putting you on a date. Oh my God, that's a violation. I need to pick my friends. So what was going on for you while she was going through that, you was going through that? What were your parents saying? How was they saying like this is gonna be a good homegirl for you? How they try to sell that ticket?
I'm almost positive. I think we might have been a little bit older. My father passed away.
It was the year before we met the year after your dad passed.
The year, so I was going through a lot of processing grief, and rebellion with my mother out of anger, because my dad was gone, and so we grew up in church. We were always in church, and so my mom, everything was go to church, go to church, go to church. You're gonna find what you need. Your healing is gonna come in church, and so of course you pushing people on me, and I have 3 sisters. And so to add another girl to the fold, I was like, I don't want no female friends. I'm good over here. I don't need no female friends. And then, of course, because I lost my father, I was gravitating towards males and men trying to fill that void. So I definitely didn't want to be around another girl.
Right.
So, yeah.
And as a parent, I can imagine she probably was just like, you need an outlet that's not a man or a boy. And it's not your siblings because they going through it too. Yeah. Right. And I get that. I definitely understand where she was at.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we went to the same school. So that's why they were like, you at the same church. Y'all go to school together. Y'all need to be friends. Mm-hmm.
So when was the first time that y'all actually was like, okay, this is a good conversation? What did it for you?
I don't even remember. I think at some point it just clicked for us. You know what I'm saying? Like we just was around each other. At some point and then we were like, we became like freaking frack. If you saw me, you saw her, especially all through high school. And then we had a group of guys that we hung up with. So it'd be me, her, and the boy. We called them the boys. Me, her, and the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Like we just were always together.
Always.
And always. And I mean, always.
In school, out of school, over the summer. She came and lived with us for a little while, one summer, like the whole summer. But we were always together anyways. So it didn't, I mean, on school nights, we having sleepovers. Like it didn't matter. We were always together, but I don't know when it actually clicked. I think maybe the bond got much stronger that summer going into high school.
Probably.
And that was, I guess because our parents kept forcing us to be together. Then it was always like, okay, since we got to be together, come on. Like, let's go.
Right. But it worked. So that wisdom that they was giving y'all, it worked. It became, it grew into a sisterhood, which is beautiful because, it's one thing to have biological sisters, but sisters by choice, no disrespect to, I have biological sisters who be frustrated when I say this, but I tell them all the time, like, it's okay to say to have a sister by choice is a whole nother level. It requires work. It requires some connection and always working on the friendship and staying connected. So I admire that. I admire when people value that. So that's.
I think everyone needs a sister, whether it's a biological or a friend that you make a sister. Keandra had to learn that lesson, being the only child and coming into the fold with 2 others plus me. Yeah, she had to get in where she fit in. She held her own now. She
Okay, so let's get into this tea. With her being by herself and you having, so it's 3 girls that your parents had, and here she come with her one self, and she done got connected to this friend, Miss T, mine now. Has there ever been a time where she was funky with your sisters?
Only if I'm funky
about something.
Only if it was because I was. So,
she matched your energy.
Yeah.
So you basically gained an ally. She met. Oh snap! So your mama.
Let me give you a little background on the dynamics. So
come on.
I have a younger sister that's 7 years younger than me, and then I have a sister that's a year and 6 months older than me. So
you the middle child.
Well, there's another one that's 7 years older than me. But at the time when we met, my older sister was an adult. She was living, doing her own thing. So it was just the three of us in the house. And so when Keandra came into the mix, my sister that was a year older than us, you know, she treated her just like she treated me. Exactly. And then the baby was the baby. So everybody babied her. So when Keandra got into the mix, and she understood the dynamics, like, and we're all T's. So the one that's above me is T2. I'm T3. So she understood that T2 was our homegirl and our friend. We could get in trouble. We could slide with her. We could, you know, do all those things that we didn't Snapchat. The kids Snapchat now. Right. That was that sister. And then she understood how we had to bribe the baby in order to do what we wanted to do without her telling on us. So she learned very quickly.
I did. I have many sisters in my house. Yeah.
She's like, yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Okay, so can I ask one more question? Because I know we got to get to meeting some friends, but I'm excited about this piece of the tea because I want to find out. Okay, because we don't went church, right? Y'all just church friends.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have? I want to ask you to tell me. Do you have any church secrets about Keandra?
Oh, we have
just yes or no.
Oh, we busting out fans, Key. We busting out the fans.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you have a church secret?
Oh Lord, I didn't get approval to.
It was just a yes or no. I ain't say to tell you,
but I also didn't sign any non-disclosures.
You showed up, didn't you? Do you have a church secret? Tell the truth and shame on the devil.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna say that one got to stay inside that box. That one got to stay inside that box.
I'm taking that as a yes. She got a church secret.
It's there, but it's in that box. It's in that friendship box. That one.
How big is that box? That box about this big or bigger? Let me see if I can find you another box. Let me see.
Listen, I'm over here like, find another question.
The box is big. How big is the box?
It's a little bit bigger than that. You got 30 years that we didn't fill this box. It's a little bigger than that.
Okay, that's right.
Let me tell you something.
I got it. The box like a master bedroom.
We was the same in church as we was in school. If she signed up, if she agreed, I'm a greeter. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna say amen. Thank you, Lord, for forgiveness and favor.
Yeah. All that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So audience, they said that box is big as our backyard house with 18 elephants and some giraffes. Okay, thank you. Hallelujah. Okay, I love it. Well, thank you, Lady T. I thank you for letting me softly interrogate you and get that little
Absolutely. Anytime.
We gonna bring you back a little bit later.
All right.
Absolutely love you.
Love you.
LaShawn.
Yes,
okay. See.
You done cut me loose. Darling.
I surely did. And I that's why I said I'm not even, just to give the audience an idea, I didn't tell LaShawn about, she know their names and she had a list of around when we met.
That's it.
That was it. I didn't tell her anything about our stories. I didn't tell her anything because I wanted this to be very organic, as it is, because she asking the right questions for the right people. But
listen, I'm a talker, but I listened intently. I got this.
So my next friend, all right. So at this point, I am in college, and I moved into an apartment. The crazy thing about it is when I moved into this apartment, I decided to live with 3 guys. So my apartment, I lived with 3 guys because I didn't like females. Okay. I ain't do girls. I didn't want to do girls. And so I met this guy named Ernest, and me and him became really cool. And Ernest was like, it's an extra room in our apartment. It was one of those apartments where you share the common areas, but everybody had their own room with the boat lock and your own bathroom. So it was one of those, but you shared the common areas. So I get there. I am going to school full time, but I'm also working full time. I'm a hairstylist. I'm in the salon. So I'm not really active on campus. I'm going to class, going to work, and then I'm hanging out with Tori and my other friends from high school still. I'm not really doing the whole college thing. Like, I'm there because it needs to be. But that's pretty much it. And so Ernest kept saying, you need to meet Ingrid. You need to meet Ingrid. Now, this is weeks going by, right? I'm like, I don't need to meet no Ingrid. I'm good. Who is Ingrid? And I don't need to So one day I was in my room and Ernest come banging on my door and I was like, man, what? Come on, you about to go. We about to go meet Ingrid. I was like, I don't want to meet Ingrid. So we come in. At this point, now Ernest, these are football players too. I live with football players. Let me say that. So he ain't no little man, okay?
Okay.
He didn't yank my little butt up. He like, come on. So we go over there and I'm like, hey, it's dark. She's watching the movie with a couple people and they were like, hey, this is Ingrid. She was like, hey, come on in and sit down. And I was like, and I got to sit down over here with this girl. I don't even know these people. I don't even like her. I don't know like her. I don't like them. I don't like this movie. I don't like this house. I want to go home. Like I was so like... And Ingrid was one of those people that like literally she made me be her friend, and not in a way of you gonna be my friend, but just in the way that she always included me. You know what I'm saying? Even after that night, I don't remember the whole night, but I probably didn't talk much. I probably didn't say nothing. She still let me get your number and still reached out. And so let me bring up my sis, Ingrid. Listen.
Hello. I'm over here like, yep, that's funny.
This is my Cuban friend who her family loves to hug, and I ain't like people touching me. Okay.
They broke you in.
All them people touching me, and I was like, oh. She like, you gonna be all right.
You're gonna be all right. I love it.
Yeah, she was a very introvert kind of person, and I am the opposite. So therefore, she didn't have a choice. And Ernest was an amazing friend. He was a good friend of mine too, because we were both from Miami, and he was way older than us. And he would always talk about Keandra too. And I'm like, I'm gonna meet her, okay? And we lived in the next building over, so we finally met. And that was it. Keandra is my sister too. I'm an only child, so I understand her plight of only childhood situations. Yeah. Her mom and dad are another mom and dad of mine. And yeah.
I love it.
It's been many years. It was 1998. And she brought me in with Tori too and the boys. We all hung out.
Oh, wow. Ingrid, 98.
We set up in college. We was getting into
we had a good time.
Ingrid introduced me.
Ingrid got to laugh. Let me shift. Ingrid said, she got a zip lip on me before I even asked the question. Look.
If she puts her hand up, that's a no. We're going to have code names here.
Okay, so Ingrid, I love it. So listen, we're talking about the young, free Keandra. She is out the house. She's not up under parents' rules. She got a job. She working on her career thing, and she got school. So y'all ever go on double dates back then in the day?
Not like an official double date.
Not like that. Yeah.
I mean, not an official double date. People, and we were together with.
Oh, y'all played it off. Y'all just mingled them all together and played it off. Oh, when somebody likes somebody,
that's exactly what we did. Play it off.
Let me be.
Yep.
So that sounds slick though. Hold on. So Ingrid, you gonna tell me y'all were friends through college, and it's people liking people, and y'all ain't never went on no double date. That just means that y'all never publicly said, "I'm with you," and that one. Whoa, that's all that mean to me.
So what had happened was,
I mean, Keandra knew what we were doing, right?
Y'all would have them in the group. They get to come hang out with the clique.
Well, group is a sensitive discussion. Group getting grouped together. We hang out. Don't get the group wasted either.
So could that possibly be?
Place? We'll put it like this: you had your own place in the group.
Yeah.
Oh, you had your own place in the group.
We would sometimes try to talk to people in the same
group.
Yeah, in the same cliques. And as the cliques get to building and pulling apart and then getting back in. So while that's happening, that means that you have easily, it would be safe to say that you've been in the room where it's more than one guy that had his eye on Keandra.
Well, if in the same room, sure.
In the same apartment. In the same apartment.
At the same time.
Okay, go ahead.
No. Everybody, it was Ingrid though. Everybody loved Ingrid. Oh, and you know, she's Cuban. They thought she was white. Oh, you hang with the white girl. I was like, she's not white. She's not white. Oh, you hang with the white girl. I do not hang with.
So Ingrid, were you like? So Ingrid, you was the
Miami.
one with
They loved that Miami down there in Tampa.
They was loving it. So Ingrid, they was all in your face. So, so Ingrid, were you the flirt or were you the one playing naive?
Oh, no, I was a flirt. No.
Oh, you was a flirt. Okay. Thank you for telling the truth. Thank you for telling the truth.
Here's a fan right here.
Oh, Father.
So Ingrid, while y'all was, and you guys know how that goes a lot, especially when we're younger. A lot of women, as women, we know what that is. We understand the value of men friendships, but a lot of people, when you're younger, you're solicited from home. And especially with you two being only children, I'm sure you both heard different things, yays and nays, about having guy friends.
Right.
I'm truly told.
We had a lot of guys.
Yeah, I'm the oldest of 4, but I believe my dad raised us with the whole: if you want to know about a man, you talk to men. So I always had guy friends, but I've also met men who were intimidated by my guy friends because they felt like, how you never did nothing with them if they're your guy friends. There's a whole lot of ways you could be a guy's friend without touching them. Like, come on now, we friends.
That's true. So I think that's was one of our things was we both had a lot of guy friends. So I didn't care. I didn't judge her because she lived with boys. Like, to me, it was cool because I like guys. They were cool. And I'm the same way. I'm like, I don't have to do something or be with you or go even date you in order to be your friend. So that was a very big common factor for both of us, actually.
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
We both came in with a lot of male friends. Sometimes I'd be like, "Oh, your little friend cute though, Ingrid. I ain't playing with you."
And then I'll tell her the truth. I'll be like, "Yes or nay." Like I'll be like, girl, no, he ain't even worth nothing.
Either one, no.
He ain't even worth the pants he wears. But you can try if you want to. If you want to have a good time, I guess. Or not.
He ain't worth the pants he wears.
I've always.
Baby.
Nah. You got to be real.
Absolutely. Right. You got to tell the truth.
Yeah, I've always been honest.
Yeah. And so with you all both being single, and only children, I'm sure, like you said, it brought a lot of commonalities. So now you both attract the same type of friends. You understand the value of having men friends. It didn't intimidate you. Both of y'all are single, friends. Did that at any mark, did other guy friends get frustrated because of that? Because both of y'all was on the same page, or did it make it even smoother because of it?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I think
it was great.
And Ingrid, her personality, she has another one of those. I don't know how my little mean self had all these friends that had jovial personalities because it was not me. Okay, she doesn't know a stranger either. She's one of those, and even my high school friends, the guys, she would hang out with us. I'd be like, "Hey, me and my friends going." She'd be like, "Okay," and they all know her. They know.
Travel. Yeah, travel to go see them. I mean, I was like, where are we going? What are we doing next? But our friendship didn't just stop there. I mean, it grew. It had an evolution. So I ended up having my son is a young man now. So, my baby, I had him in college and she was there for me from the moment I was pregnant, just like I'm talking about delivery room and all. So, yeah,
it's part of this
just the fun times. We've had
never played, but I think that
right. You done saw everything but heaven, huh? You done seen life.
And then listen. So here's the funny part. So she having a baby, and they like, "Oh, I'm down there looking." Now I forget that it's like we're in it. It's her private. I'm trying to see the baby. I'm like, "Oh, look at the head!" Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Oh, shoot, it's a baby." But on the flip side, when I found out I got pregnant with Kaya towards the end of college. When I found out I was pregnant, she was the first person I called. And she goes, "I'm in class, you in class. Meet me at my house at 12. I was like, "Okay." And she had the pregnancy test and everything. I took the pregnancy test at her house.
Yes. And then she called her mom. I was like, "You're not going to tell her at my house?"
I picked up the phone right then. Y'all know I'm one of them. Let's get
Ingrid didn't want to be in it. Ingrid did not want to be in it.
No, because you don't understand. I already went. We had Thursday night family dinner every single Thursday night as a family. Her mom, dad, her, and myself. And I was like, oh my God. And then she got pregnant. I'm like, they're going to blame it on me, and it's not even my fault.
And you had a baby already, right, Ingrid? So at this month, you already had your baby.
Yes, he was a year old, and when she was born, he was 2.5, I guess.
Oh, so you thought you done gave your friend the pregnancy cooties, huh? Oh,
I was like, oh my God, mommy and daddy are gonna kill me.
They like, come on to this dinner. Come on, baby.
Well, they spoiled the crap out of me. Keandra would get little jealous sometimes.
A little bit. Go ahead, say I would be mad. Why is she here taking up my extra food?
Yeah, Dad will be like, honey, what do you want next Thursday? And I'll go talk to Keandra, what you want? So I could go tell him what we want.
Well, we won't, because he asked me.
My dad, though. My dad.
Oh, I get it.
Her dad.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Yeah. She like, okay, I'm gonna ask you since you really belong to him, but he asked me what I want. So what we want.
But I'm so grateful. Aww. So grateful. I've been very blessed with many different friends in my life, and her family is my family. And so I would never change.
Ingrid is my trenches. Like she's my digger too. She my trenches. Like we be like, oh, we need to go find this number. We need to go hop a fence. What we about to go do, sis? Because that Miami will come out and she be like, what? Who? Like people underestimate.
It's like undercover.
Baby, people underestimate her a lot. But when it's time to get it. Ingrid, she be down for the ride, okay?
Okay, so Ingrid is the alibi. Duly noted. She's gonna give an alibi with a straight face. I'm with that.
Yeah,
I'm a teacher. You gotta just play it safe.
Is that it? Listen,
I don't know.
All the years I did in the classroom, I didn't learn that. I should have been taking the Ingrid lesson.
Okay. We gonna bring you back up, Lord.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, man, that's my girl.
Family dinners, Keandra, that's beautiful.
Yeah, my dad will feed you now. Okay, he don't do nothing else. He gonna feed you.
Listen, and the way your dad cooked, from even what I've been seeing through social media, I would have been right there too. Like, what you say, Dad? What are we doing? Am I washing dishes? No problem.
What are we doing? And that like segues into my sister, my next friend. It's weird because Tasha and I, we went to high school. We went to college together with Ingrid. I believe I met her through Ingrid at some point. Probably not. Yep, I did. I know I did. But I think that in the past, maybe 7 years or longer, maybe a little bit longer, post college is when we've gotten closer. And I think, and I'm not even sure. I don't even remember a reason why. It just kind of was. And it was never, it just was like we always had each other number. We always connected. We always checked on each other, but something just clicked and like, let her go somewhere. She is my sister. Her husband is my brother. And they both know when I tell you I'm going to Jacksonville, this is where I'm going. Like I hit the road and be in Jacksonville if I need to go to Jacksonville, and for either of them. And she can get jealous if she wants to, because if her husband call me, he need me, I'm coming. Okay.
I know that's right.
So let me bring up my girl Tasha.
Hi, Tasha.
Hey.
You've met her before. You remember that?
I do remember her face. And also I'm gonna need her to remember to come up off them earrings when we see each other again. I'm just saying.
Girl, my mama found these for me. I can't
dang it. The mama card. Ooh, that's cute, darling.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it's wonderful to see you today.
Thank you.
Okay, so y'all met through Ingrid. Do tell.
Girl, listen, Ingrid will adopt an introvert. Let me tell you, because I too am very introverted. And Ingrid straight up was like, oh, don't worry about it. Because I tried to get out of it. Because I was working at my first grown-up job. Okay. It was at Hillsborough Community College. And I wasn't supposed to be friends with the student. And so Ingrid was one of my government students. And she was like, don't worry about it. We're going to be friends. And lo and behold, all these years later, that's my sister.
Wow. So she saw value in it. Like, No, I think we connect. I think this will work.
Absolutely.
I love it. How much did you all get to spend time together, the three of y'all, or what? Or it's spread out?
In college?
No. I know you said that you guys have been more after college, into adulthood. You said the last 7 years. So was there any time during this 7 years that you guys get to overlap and all get to hang out together?
Oh, definitely. And it's been longer. We've been friends for longer than 7 years.
Right.
It's just that I don't know what clicked.
Something happened. I don't even know.
I don't know. And it may have been more than 7 years.
I think it's a little more than 7 years.
Was it after the trip to Miami? Look, I'm gonna get this math right.
I think after the trip to Miami, we were closer, but then it was, but it was, I would say maybe 10, 12 years.
Yeah. I think it was Kaya's fault. I'm gonna blame my baby.
Okay, tell me about your relationship with Kaya. Tell me about your relationship with Kaya.
That's my good niece. If my husband is her brother, my niece is my baby. In the truest sense of the word, I am the random fun auntie I might not talk to you for a month, but then I'm randomly going to pop up in the city and be like, oh, I'm taking the baby out of school. We're going to go to a theme park.
Oh, I love it.
Or I'm going to be in town for this college tour and I'm going to take her with me. Yes. I do think it was Kaya.
It probably was Kaya that made us really start talking a whole lot more than we did. And it was never a thing where it was we just didn't as much.
Yeah.
Because we went to we all did go to Miami.
Yes.
Miami. We went to Miami. We did that. We did Miami. I don't know. Yeah, I would say it was Kaya. And Kaya went to stay with Tasha every summer. Every summer. Yeah.
So Tasha, do you have a young one as well? Or she was coming just to be with you?
She was coming just to be with me.
Oh, now that's beautiful. Now listen, okay, because there's a level of trust that comes with releasing your child, especially an only child letting go of her only child. Yeah, that's a whole nother level. So what is it about, I'm gonna ask you, Tasha, what was it about Keandra that made you want to be like, no, I want to be this close to your baby? Because that's a layering thing. As a mom and a godmom, I know what it feels like to love on a child that I didn't birth and then have to, there's a level of, I have to be okay with your rules, your everything to be able to want to be that close to your child. So tell me, what was it for you?
Well, we always had sort of similar mindsets with how we look at problems, how we sort of conduct ourselves. And we always knew the value of our village. And so Ingrid mentioned briefly my nephew, Daniel. And again, he is also my baby. Yeah. And I have always been the fun auntie to the kids, right? So just getting to know my friend group. And I'm that friend who will full up disappear because I have a full and robust life. And I have a bit of wanderlust. So I might be in the country. I might not be.
Okay.
But
wanderlust and robust.
What you said was, I be gone.
Listen.
Get gone.
Do you see that? Do you see that red folder? The passport right there. Don't play. Tasha holla.
It stays ready.
Tasha holla. I'll be ready.
It stays ready. And I'm the friend that's going to stand in the gap for my friends. No matter what. And no matter what it looks like. We can work every problem out. We can hang out. We can go to the club. We went from the club to the brunch to the spa to the passport friends. We have evolved as a friend.
Okay. From the club to the brunch to the, what you say, to the what? To the spa to the passport. That's some good stuff. Because it is, every single level requires a different level of trust, intimacy, getting to know one another, leaning on each other, understanding of one another's spaces, what's comfortable, what's not. That's some good stuff because not everybody get a passport trip.
And we were able to truly engage in Tasha's beautiful wedding to her amazing husband. Girl, I was like, that's how we doing it.
Keandra was my person. She was my person who was literally getting me ready. So it has to be longer than 7 years because I've been married to him longer than that.
Yeah, it has to be long. I'm talking about just talking all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Right.
Talking all the time. Not being around, but talking all the time. I think it was probably more after the wedding that it was talking all the time because we talked a lot during that time.
Good, girl, I probably needed some coaching.
Listen.
She
And so I commend you all. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What was you gonna say?
She rented out a theater for her wedding. We ain't gonna talk about it. Let me go.
You know what? I'm not even gonna look at you sideways because I know I had a Coming to America wedding. So I'm not talking about nobody. I'm not talking about nobody. I know the theater was amazing and it was worth all of it. Because let somebody question me about
I like a shenanigan.
Hello, girl. I'll still be like, say something. If you don't come into America, my life move. You in the way?
That's the energy we need.
I'm with you.
Okay, let me see. And Tasha is what you making over there? Because she is a whole chef, baker, meal. Like I don't know nothing that it don't seem like she could make from any level. So I'm trying this menage ganache with sprinkles, and I'll be like, okay.
I remember once Keandra was craving sweet potato pie, and I was like, I like a pie, and I swear to you, by the weekend I was in Tampa with a pie.
With a whole pie, child. That pie
I was like, oh, try this. I mean, was it the sweet potato cheesecake? Like it was
a sweet potato cheesecake that she had brought me. Yeah, it was good.
From Jacksonville, Florida. So I don't live there. Yeah.
Yes, I love that. Okay, so listen, we're gonna have to meet off the freeway one of these days because we could trade because I make a sweet potato cheesecake and I don't know nobody else who makes it. So let's show out.
Yes.
I don't know nobody else who does that. So I'm with that. That. Okay, I'm loving this. So you're the one. Okay, we're gonna get these labels right. Okay. So I see what the tags say all down here, but it's different when somebody will come love on your baby, keep your baby, and then feed the house. Now, this is the special piece because as a friend who, in my cohort of friends, all my closest friends, they all single. So to go from single into married and your sister friend and your husband become sister brother friends, that's a beautiful thing. That is beautiful. Not everybody can handle that. So what is that makes it that, so connected? Like what was it for him that said, I like her?
I think in his mind, because I got married late in life.
Okay.
He knew that if I said this is my sister, more so than this is my friend.
Yes.
That, sir, either you with it or we not with you.
I think he knew that it was a package deal. Yeah.
Okay. Well, he said, well, come on, sis. You mine too.
Exactly. And he really is that guy. Like, he's a great guy. And Kaya is also his baby. Like, they might talk as much, if not more.
Got you.
Then we talk. Like, it's once you become family, you are family.
So I knew that Kaya was spoiled, but now I'm getting to see the levels of spoiled she is.
Oh, she's well loved. We call it well loved. We don't spoil children in our family. Yes,
we called it ham.
Like spoiled milk.
We call it ham on the counter at my house because that meat, it's right.
Baby. And Ingrid's partner, her husband as well, like he loves him some Kaya. Okay,
like she is lovable.
She'll be like, Uncle Leon. Well, Ingrid, she'll be like, Uncle Leon did this. I'll be like, oh, he did? Huh? We did that. Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, our family or family. It's real. We all have a connection. Yeah. And when we get together, it's all hilarious. It's all
a whole bunch of lot of.
I love it. Well, thank you, Tasha.
You're more than welcome.
Oh, thank you, sis. I love you. We're gonna bring you back up a little bit later. And she's one. Also, you got to follow her on TikTok, y'all. She be doing a thing. She be ticking and talking over there.
Oh, entertaining.
She be talking
and ticking. That's what the people say.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go check you out.
You do it.
I'll see you soon.
All right, y'all. I got through that part. So my friends didn't embarrass me too bad and they didn't give too much tea out. But I'm excited that you tuned in. Join us tomorrow for part 2 of the What About Your Friend segment, where my friends and I get into hot topics. We get a little deep. We find out who got the knife, who driving the getaway car. We doing all that tomorrow. So join us tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same same place. Stay tuned.